Okay, here we are Tuesday morning after the holiday, and we're trying to get back in here to our 0 DTE trade. We have a signal firing off here, so I'm going to try to see if I can get as far away as I can. I'm going to try this one. We're at 7 contracts now. Let's see if I can go a little further. Can I get 49.50? Maybe. Let's try that. So 7 contracts. Let's set that order off. Holy moly, we got filled. At what? 65? That's not what I wanted. Oh no. That's no good. 65, what happened? Oh boy. Well, I may have screwed this one up. Let's see. Analyze trade. Maybe I'll see if I can just get out real quick and then get back in. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's too early. Analyze opposite trade. Okay, so we're losing. Well, let's see. 65. I'm not sure what to do here. Well, I can make $5. Oh, not anymore. A little bit of profit there. I guess I'll just kind of hold it and just kind of watch it. I'll have to do this one differently than I normally do. Usually I set an automatic exit order, but I'm not sure how I got 65. I must have just hit go without like locking the price in, and then it just gave me whatever it gave me. So that ain't cool. So I'm just gonna watch this for a second. I mean, my OCD mind wants me to just get out of this, clear the slate, and then get in a new one. But I don't know if that's very smart. Let's see. This is what happens when you. This is what happens when you trade too early and you're sleepy. I guess what I'll probably do is I'll just put an automatic order to get out at 60. Try to see if I can make like $5. It'll just be like a weird. It'll be a weird one. So let's say create duplicate order. I'll try to get out with a slight profit, just $5, $5 measly dollars, just to clear the slate, and then we can re-enter properly. I better go get another cup of coffee so this doesn't happen again. So let's see what happens here. So there it is working. Let me. So we got it at 65. So here's our position. So I'm just let this sit here for a few minutes. Okay, so we're getting down there. We may get filled at 60 and just get out of this, clear the slate, and start over. See, the thing is with, I don't know if this is for sure, if this is correct or not, but my gut feeling after doing this for a long time is that when you get down to a spread, like we want to buy the spread back to get out, and so if we go 80, we can get back out at 30. So we sell it at 80, which you normally do, or better. We buy it back at 30, and I think that it's easier to get filled at 30 and above than it is at 25 or 20. I think the smaller the amount is to buy back, the longer that it could hold on and hang on and not get filled. And I don't have any scientific evidence of that, if that's true or not. But my just kind of like my gut feeling from doing a lot of these is that the smaller the buyback amount, the longer you have to wait to get filled. So 30 is sort of like a kind of what I consider maybe a sweet spot, where I can get filled easily at 30, or let's say I can get filled much easier at 30 than I can at 25, just because that spread amount is getting smaller and smaller. And again, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's my thinking anyway. So that's why I'm not super stoked to try to get out at, so 65, we'd have to get out at what is that? We'd have to get out at like 15 or something. So that's why I'm thinking of just that's why I'm just wanting to get out of this, break even or a slight profit, and then just kind of wipe the slate clean, wipe the slate clean, and then start over. So I'm just gonna let this work here for a few minutes so we can get filled at 60 or 65. I'll just kind of watch it and then try to do it again. Okay, so it looks like we just got filled there. Let's just make sure. Oh, it's doing this again. So it's like doing it in sections. So it filled 2 at 60. Now it's working on the other 5. So let's have to sit here and wait. I wish there was a way to like keep these all together so it's like so it fills all of them. It doesn't like split them up. I could see how that could be problematic at some point. So while we're waiting on this, let's eavesdrop on the old room. We'll go over to the room where we trade the Vince strategy. The trade that I call the Vince strategy is the micro futures day trading strategy with Rod. And it's how we start off our morning every day. We'll go in there, eavesdrop, see what's going on in the room. And if you'd like to join us in this room, just let me know. Email me, and I can get you a free trial in here. You can come out and hang out with all of us. Hang out with the cool kids.
Come to Butthead here.
So let me move this in here. There we are, the room.
There you go, Nazi.
While we're waiting
Another
to get filled at
minus
60 on these other
twos.
5 here. Come on, guys. I want to get started. I want to redo this and
You
start
need
over.
to see that 17.5 just to make me officially. All right, let's do the math. There's nothing helpful about this for your. Should never do this stuff, but we all do it, right? We're going to take 18,062. And of course, we're going to imagine that we held it the entire time, which is totally unrealistic. Then we're going to take 562, and we definitely had 4 contracts left. Yeah, 44,960 bucks. Now, we're not at 17.5 yet, but we'll see. Captured right there in the futures channel. All right, here comes new lows in the S&P maybe too. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm going to take a little shot here. That's enough of a move. And I want to do it here so I can join the bid. Whoops. Switch this to MNQ. Got to be careful because they have both here. And hit join bid. All right.
Order filled.
Long, and we should be long across all accounts. By all accounts. Yes, we're good. There we go. All right. See how that goes. Can't see that not working. Now, your extended target is way up here. Now, I'm probably not going to be around for that, but that'll end up being a short. Maybe we can just get a little bounce of this 5-minute candle back to where we started. Back to where we started. Just want to say hi, first day in live room. Hey, Todd, what's going on? We got a lot of Todds. You might need to add another nickname to you if you end up being a member. We have many Todds. We welcome them all. All right, that's a little scalpy. Let's do it. And now buy the lows again. So there's 139 bucks across all these accounts. That's the TDG way. No stress. Properly sized. Love it. We love it. Where are you from, Todd? Where are you trading from? What prop programs are you involved in? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Bottoming pattern on the MES. What does a bottoming pattern mean? I don't know. Maybe. This is like a little choppy and sloppy, but I wouldn't mind if it reversed. I wouldn't mind it. I ain't mad at you. I'm probably going to gracefully exit this one here, this ad right here. And now I can have a 3-lot on. Come in like that. Come get you some of that. Get you some of that. All right. West Virginia and Apex. I love it. Do you know a mountain mama? Do you have a mountain mama? How do you decide to set your sell limit?
Okay, I think that might have been
you
us.
mean
Let's see.
sell limit for an entry?
Oh, just let off
target.
one more there. So now we have 3 filled at 60, and we're working on the other 4.
It's all the strategy, right? So
So we'll just keep on
Esley,
waiting.
do you know the strategies? You understand the gist? I can teach it to you really quick. You buy here, you take profits at VWAP or wherever you want. I don't care. Just manage risk. You want to scalp it for like 4 points and then re-enter? Fine, do whatever you want. Buy here,
Order filled.
sometimes but not always. Take profits here. If I
Okay,
was
there we
not
go.
long here, I could still rest a short
So
here
let me
if I wanted to, because I'm advanced, so I could take VWAP as a target entry.
pause our room
But
here so we can think.
everyone's
Okay, we'll get out of there. Okay, so we got filled at 60. So that was a fiasco. That was the Three Stooges. Nice early morning Three Stooges move. I mean, it wasn't terrible. We made $5 per contract, so we made 35 big ones. 35 bean burritos on that one. And I'm just going to enter this into my Excel sheet later because we're right on the verge of potentially getting another signal. So I don't want to be like typing in that stupid Excel sheet while a signal and miss a signal. So I'll remember those. We'll just put that in there. That'll be kind of like just kind of a warm up. That was like a stretch for the morning. So I'm going to go back to this and I'm just going to hold off here. I'm going to pause this recording while I sit here and wait. We're right on the verge of another signal, it looks like. So we may get another opportunity to go at the correct amount, 80 or more. So I'll just unpause it if we do. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, here we are back. And we're getting closer to the signal here. So I'm just going to see if I can get filled. I'm going to set an order out there to get filled at 80. Right now it's at 50, so that's pretty far away. But I'll start there. So I'll just set this out there at 80. See if I can get lucky. 7 contracts at 80. We'll say create duplicate order. So I'll send that off there. So there it is. It's out there. I just threw my line into the water, waiting to see if I can get a bite. It's pretty far away, so I may have to adjust it up if I want to. So I'll just kind of keep an eye on this for a second here. And I'm going to unlock this for right now just to see where I'm at. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this order. And I'm going to go up by 5 points. I'm going to create a second optional fake order here and just see what the pricing is on that. So the 49.45, 49.40 is around 55 right now. The 49.50, 49.45 is at 70. So I'm just going to monitor these kind of on top of each other. Just watch this price, and so I can make the decision if I want to hold out for this 49.45 one, the one that's further away from the money, or if I want to just dive in and go with this 49.50.
Order filled.
Okay, so we have a signal on now. Signal's on. And I'm just going to sit here and wait and see if I can get lucky on this 49.45. So I have an order out there waiting. A 49.45 order. So I'm just going to sit here and wait and see what happens. See if I can get 80. It's getting up there. 65. I saw 70 a minute ago. Oh, there's 70. So we may get it. Come on. Give it to me.
Order filled.
I may be stuck with this, so I may just switch it over to this 49.50. Let me give it just a couple more minutes here. Or I may not get either one of them. I guess we can come back to the room here while we're sitting here waiting. You know what? Okay, so I'm gonna make a decision here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I'm gonna move in by 5 and see if I can get 80. So I'm gonna get in here at 49.50, 49.45 at, see if we can get 80 on this. I don't know. I might regret this. Okay, let's see if I can get 80 on that one. So this is the oh look, I saw 80 a second ago. Come on, baby. Am I going to get it? I may have missed my opportunity. So I guess we can go back to the room. See what old Rod's doing while we're waiting here.
There's no real other way. And then eventually you can be big balling like Ryan over there trading full minis. All right. Derek, there's a day. I love it. Put a little P&L porn in there if you already got it. Okay, cool. Thanks for all the ones. Just the concept of knowing, hey, I'm either a NASDAQ trader or I'm not. What's the NASDAQ profile today? What am I doing in here? I'm either looking to pick up longs with small size so that I can handle a little bit of heat. The other thing to note is that there are no other longs here once you're in, because you're outside the bid zone. So you got to manage your initial size. I create an artificial additional long by just buying new lows by 6 points. In the by the way, if you care, in the Dow it's 25, and in the S&P usually it's like 3 to 4 points, somewhere in there. The S&P usually makes new lows by like 3 to 5 points when it's making new lows, unless it's like a super violent day. Real violent. Good morning. Is the trade on the 5-minute chart from the profile chart? Are you referring to Top Step X over here? This is a 5-minute chart. And since I can't bring over all the indicators that I like, the only thing I have here is the visible range profile. And I would describe what I'm doing here as just structure trading. But keep in mind that I'm, of course, looking at the stay in your lane levels and everything else, and I'm aware of where I'm at in the market, so that's what I'm doing over here. But there's no candlestick patterns or anything like that. But yes, this is just pure profile trading essentially. This would be a sell, a short here at 670s, and we could pick up longs anywhere that we wanted here because right here at. So as an example, if I was doing this where I wasn't teaching and training and was really paying attention, I just sit here and look at this chart, and when we got down to 529, I would just hit the join bid. Like I'd have my finger right on this button. I mean, I'll just do it for entertainment purposes right now. I just hit join bid right there. Okay. And I'm about to get fried. No, I'm kidding. So join the bid right there. I think this is getting copied across all the accounts. That's what I really want to test. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we joined the bid. Really should have waited till we get down here to 528 or lower, but that's all right. So there you go, JH. Did I answer your question? In order to trade this properly over on Top Step X, you would have to have the lanes and stuff. So for instance,
Okay, there we go. We got it in at 80. I don't
they
know if
are
that's good
really
or bad.
On me about. By the
Let me move this over here for a second. We'll get set up. Okay, so we got filled at 80. 7 contracts at 80. So let's come over here and we will lock this in. We'll get rid of this one. So this is our, is that, yeah, that's our trade, right? The 49.50, 49.45. 49.50, 49.45. Okay, and so then we'll just set up our automatic exit order right away, our profit taking order. So analyze opposite trade. We want to buy this back at 30. It gives us our $50 per contract. It'll give us $350 total. So I'm going to set that off so it's out there working. And there we go. Okay, so that's working out there. And we're off and running. After that Three Stooges little episode. Hope you all enjoyed that. So let's, I'm just going to position this over here so we can keep an eye on it. And then we'll go back to the room and we'll knock 2 times on my desk for good luck. And there we go. Off and running for today. Here's the room. If you want to join us in this room, let me know. I'll get you a free ticket. You can come in here, a free trial. It's a great way to spend the morning. Let's take a listen.
3 payments. When buying a new load, you want a certain amount of pullback before you use that load. No. The only thing that matters is that we are already at 100 or close to 100% ATR. So I'm not buying new lows if we're 50% ATR. It makes no sense because there's a whole bunch of range left to go. So the first criteria is where are we relative to the expected range for the day. There's another factor sort of in here. Ooh, I just bought the MES. All right. We're long the MES too.
Order filled.
Now they can come scare the children a little bit. There's the 515s. So new
Order
low down there at 515. So you just need to be paying attention to the volatility profile. So the volatility profile informs when you want to do that. The pullback doesn't matter. I'm just using Generally, it's 6 points in the S&P and the Nasdaq, 6 to 10. It's definitely 10 or more on the short side. It's like 6 on the long side. Good question, but don't pay attention to that too much. It's not a necessary thing. It's not a real thing. Trade the levels for the most part, and at this point, we're out of the bid zone a little bit, so just hang out until we get back inside the bid zone. Hang out. It's all explained in the email that you should have got. The moose out front should have told you. So make sure you watch that email watch the video on the workshop. Watch the workshop on YouTube, and it will all be explained. But yes, it's a 7-day ATR of the 24-hour session. So it's a 24-hour session, 7-day ATR. And right now in the Nasdaq, that number is 225. So we are already, at that full ATR-ish. Full ATR-ish. Okay, thanks, Todd T. We're at ROPL. That means the rule of projection low on the Dow Jones, on the MES, which is good because I'm long. I'm long one contract. Sucking over here. Targets, they would just be made up, essentially, if I had a new low. But no, and honestly, if you're buying a new low, then your target is the -1, the next logical level, not the -2s. So I'm going to hit join the ask here, see if I can get one off. Awesome trade. I'm the best ever. And then let's see here, right there. I'm going to close this too. Sell market. So now we're up $166 live in front of all of you. It's good that I'm doing well today because generally I'm really nervous and uncomfortable while trading in front of groups. When buying new lows, yeah. So there you go. The targets and the entries are all defined in the strategy, gang. You don't have to know. You don't have to know anything. It puts the orders on the lines, or else it gets the lotion. So just make sure you know how to get to. You go to the notes screen and read all of the stuff on the notes screen. Click the little tab that says notes. And Brad, we have a link to the workshop, right? Where's the workshop link? Is it in here? Should be. Yeah, trading workshop video. It's the very first thing. The very first thing on there. Capiche? Are you not entertained? Who's done for the day? I'd kind of like to be done today, even though it's kind of a good day, but I wouldn't mind finishing it. Finishing here at 9:30 Central. Just call it a day. Just crushed it. Just literally crushed it. So the copier here on Top Step X works super good. Super good. I think the benefit is the simplicity of the settings, since you can't really do JH, you telling me you're a treasury trader? So for treasuries, we use the range trader, which is the chart over here on the left. That's all basically. That's all I trade. So can it be used? You bet. There's our treasuries. There's our little ZB. Where did the ZB go to? As the guy asked if it can be used. Right to T line. Bam. Get you some of that. 118.18. That was 118.19. Perfect touch. Now you got yourself 4 points, $120. The atmospheric river that was rolling through California has made its way to Vegas. Pouring rain now. We had really beautiful weather recently. All eyes on NVIDIA. JH, what treasury products do you trade? Don't you say Ultra Bond. You say Ultra Bond, we're going to virtually slap you. Let me see. Let me take something that already is highly, highly levered and lever it even more. ZN's awesome. We love us. We love ourselves, the ZN. Good old 10-year. The 10-year. So let's take a look at the 10-year on the range trader over here. Ooh, had a little extreme turn sell. Not sure I'd be doing. This is about the easiest extreme turn sell you could ever filter out. You gonna take a short right here before T-line? No, makes no sense. We're long and strong, the treasuries this year, everybody. So there you go. This down here is where I would be selling puts. I'm already short puts. Short the ZN puts, 109.5. Short the ZB. Just 2 contracts. I screwed this up so bad. The 118s were selling for 46 ticks last night. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What are they selling for now? 23. Double your money. Double your money. All right. Well, officially, I think everyone would be bored. Or are we all bored together? Trading's supposed to be boring. The S&P is doing nothing. Let's ruin our day by the -2s. All right. Got any other questions? We've got 8 more minutes left in this candle. I think I probably missed a lot of other questions. Let me take a look. Hold on. We answered all that. Okay, good. -2s incoming. -2s incoming. Let's check back in with the Russell. Nice. 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 All right, I'm going to cancel that. Buy this. Anyone make some money today on the Russell? M2K money today? Rod, what is it? Friends don't let friends trade the Russell, or chirp about it when it works out? What's your deal? Kind of a little bit of both. Chirp when it works out. So did my once a quarter 3-day fast, and it was one of the hardest ones in a long time. Just 3 days. Had to have a little bone broth on Sunday morning, and then yesterday I was like, I had a facial. I was like warning the lady. I'm like, look, I'm really loopy, so if I go into cardiac arrest on this table, try to resuscitate me. But we made it. Here we go, Nazi. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Put your back into it. Look at where minus twos are now. Right at 17.5. Right there. You got $68 on the MNQ off my trades. They're not my trades, man, but I appreciate it. You're pushing the buttons. You're doing it. What's your daily risk budget? As you guys come in here, make sure you read those notes. Watch that workshop. First and foremost, the most important thing is to get the concept of how well you are doing relative to a unit of risk. You will have hundreds of thousands of if you trade for as long as I have or a long time, you're going to have hundreds of thousands of winners and hundreds of thousands of losers. Long as the amount of your big losing days is minimal, give yourself a fighting chance at experiencing something that most people don't. Boom, 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 boom. Go, Nazi. Go, Nazi. Correct. This right side is stay in your lane. The left side is the range trader. So over here on TradingView, same thing. If you have both charts, this is stay in your lane over here. This is the range trader. Usually on TradingView, I'll just watch the stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. All right. Let's see here. All right, some questions. Do you use stay in your lane with the day charts imbalanced down? Josh, JH, you guys, are you new? It's first day in the room or whatever? Let's do this. I'll answer some of the. Let's have a prerequisite, pre-course. You got to watch the workshop. Once you watch the workshop, it'll answer a lot of those questions. So just watch the workshop, and you'll be all set. Let me just quickly show you the outline of what's in the workshop. But those are really good questions. Yeah. So here it covers setting your daily risk budget, which is the most important thing, the ATR, the range trader levels, identifying trend using the T-line, prior session highs and low, which is also a range trader, volume product control, which is also a range trader, ROP, which is going to help give you a really good sense of where the market might go beyond ranges that you might see on the chart. And this is based on volatility and prior sessions volume. stay in your lane strategy, which we talk about, Q&A, and then you're all set. There you go. So check that out, and I think you'll be good. All right, Sean's saying, so if you have buys at -1, -2, and it rapidly drops through both and gets below your risk budget before you have time to react, you just close. Yes, the answer is don't get yourself in those positions. So here's a good thing to know. Just calculate if you're going to buy the -1, an ad at -2 better not be more than 25% of your risk budget. Does that make sense? So just start there. Like, you can't buy -1s if an ad at -2 puts you at 50% of your risk budget. You got no chance, because you're going to immediately go into fear or flight mode as it starts to, move lower. So if that calculation is more than 50% of your risk budget, or even 25% of your risk budget, you have to wait and then enter on the -2s. Now, from a -2, you'd be pretty hard pressed to have the market go dramatically against you to the point where it's threatening your risk budget. Like, let's say just right now we're at -2s on okay? I'm not even paying attention. I'm just buy another one here. So the -2 was 17,489s, right? Yeah, ZB chart. We just got back up to T-line to 118.19s. So the Treasury charts are just, all they are is range trader, same range trader settings. So there's the ZB chart. So just finishing Sean's question. Hopefully you picked up what I'm putting down. But correct. The answer is, if you get yourself in that butthole pucker thing, you just have to hit the close button and you're done. You're doing it wrong if you say, well, I'm going to fight my way back, or that's if you're at and exceeding your risk budget. If you're getting close, you can give it a go. Stay at it. See what you can do. But if you got yourself in a position where you're buying the -1s and then at the -2s, the one thing you're mentioning is, before you have time to react or all that stuff. I mean, what does that mean? Before you have time to react? I am an old mother effer who's done a lot of damage to his brain and can manage to sing Supertramp, reference Reno 911, push buttons like a drunk monkey across 6 different platforms, and still manage to react. So it went through in a single candle. Okay. Well, I think you're understanding what I'm mentioning. Don't trade the -1s if you don't have if your risk budget's going to be threatened before you get to -2s. There you go, JH. He knows some Supertramp. He understands the power of the tramp. Meanwhile, back here on this S&P, no bounce. No bounce. Who's along the NASDAQ from that touch? Just have to have faith. Like I said, got a couple different angles here. You can be doing nothing, which is absolutely fine. That's what most folks should be doing. If if you're not ready to trade a fast-moving market like the NASI, but there are no shorts here, only longs. You can buy a new low if you want. Just have faith and learn to believe in these lines, and you'll know the days. Like today's a day. I would have known it already by around this time that I could easily make $50,000, and I mean easily. Just trading 10 to 15 lots of the NASDAQ, I can make $50,000. Because it's an easy day to control your risk on the long side of the NASDAQ. You'll hear me say this all the time. The reason a lot of traders get screwed up is, especially in the futures markets, is because they like to think that being short is some kind of cool thing that other people can't do, and markets fall faster than they go up, which, by the way, is not true anymore. They'll rip your face off to the upside a lot faster than they'll drop sometimes. So you'll go back and look at your stats, and you're probably short more often than you need to be. The easiest thing in the markets is to be long. It's to be long on outside days. It's to be long at 100% ATR, and it's to be long at high probability turning points, which are -2s. So as you've seen today on multiple accounts already, the market has really not been able to get outside of the bands for very long. Now, the other thing about today is you probably don't need to even leave any inventory on for a move to -1s during this session today. If you're going to trade the whole session, you probably want to have some additional inventory on, because who knows? I don't know. We could be down 2% today at some point, but I think the more likely outcome is that we touch VWAP at some point today and maybe even get above VWAP. So VWAP right now is 625s. And by the way, when I chirp about big money and I could do this and I can do that, I'm just trying to be a little irreverent, just so people kind of get the point. I'm much more proud of showing this. This is, and what you guys put up in terms of kind of the TDG way, because this is the TDG way, where you can take any of these accounts and just have at it. Is the S&P even like trading right now? Is it even trading? Feels like it's not even trading. We'll do another ad at the -2s. See if we can get down there. JH is a Super Champ fan. Brad, give that man a coupon to join the greatest trading group of all time. I'm thinking we're gonna do a little leap year lifetime sale. A little leap year. We have a February 29th this year. Is anyone born on leap year? So you're like 12 years old or 15 years old or something? My buddy Mike Orwitz. I think he said he was like 16 years old or something. Since you just skipped the birthdays on the years where there's not a February 29th. A lot of people, I like the fact that our calendars are so screwed up. It's supposed to be what, just 10 months, right? 10 28-day months, and it works out perfectly. And then one day is like Like we skip a day or something. Can't remember how it works out. Go, Nazi. All right. Any more questions? We might end up ending a little bit early here. Let's do our P&L and EC scores. And come on, humor me. I want at least like 30 or 40 people. It's the same people all the time. So come on here and do it as a P&L and EC score, okay? Because it helps me understand that you know what it means, okay? This is the most important thing. What your P&L is relative to your risk budget. I would also point out that today, at least to me, to my eyes, not a day where I would have seen a whole lot of, shouldn't have been any big R's. If you lost money today, maybe you got caught in a quick little short on the NASDAQ where you were long. I can kind of get that. And if you do have a small R day and you still got a low EC score, which it sounds like some of you do, Jose is an R and then R1 there for Chris W. Not a bad day to stay at it. I mean, sellers been trying to push these markets lower. They haven't been able to do it. And the Dow, for the most part, has held up for the whole session. So if we go around the horn, S&P is almost looks like it's not trading. It's got a perfect double distribution here. Certainly wouldn't want to be short. Dow Jones has held up the whole time. NASDAQ, as we know, is putting in now a bullish candle here on this candle. And even the Russell's gotten back above. So this is a long here now on the Russell from right here. Right? I'm going to cancel it because I don't really want it. But this right now, it's not a long yet. Sorry. It'll be a long if we close above the VPOC here. This is a break above, close above. You can take a long there. Crude oil shit the bed. No one mentioned that to me. So there you go. Did not hold T-line and is just going south. So glad I wasn't looking at that. And Bitcoin, once again, some relevance to this crazy line that we have right here. Well, Rod, that would be the same if it was a 200 SMA. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It is a 233 EMA. Get those SMAs off your chart. Get those SMAs off your chart. Get that SMA out of here. Unless you want to be called simple. No one likes the word simple. Simple means like plain. You want to be exponential, dynamic. The power of now. Closer to. Can you guys tell that I was on a 3-day fast and made myself completely loopy and broke it last night and I still feel like a whack job? The T-line is a 233 EMA and should be applied essentially for me to 30-minute time frames and higher. Although we do have this ZB. I'm going to get so pissed as this moves away from me. I should have way more size on. Yeah, I do. I need some carbs. Some carbs. All right. Okay, so we didn't get enough P&L EC scores. Come on, a few more. Come on, put it in there. Put in a little P&L porn if you got it. See what's going on our Discord channel. Yeah, this was I got up to almost 17,000. So I decided to participate in So there's $1,600, and where is it? Here's $1,600 before. So that's $3,200 in, what day was this? When did I post that? I posted this on February 2nd. And then on February 16th, took another $1,600. And even though the account has $15,000 in it now, I never used more than $7,100 of actually even buying power margin. So I'm going to say that that's basically a 60-70% return on risk. Nice, Dan. There we go. Robert. It's a little small, but I can see it. Anyone still holding a little Nazi long for a move up to the minus ones? You can get to minus ones in a second here. There you go, BK. Well, it's a big number up at the top there. Big number. What do you think, Brad? Should we do a leap year lifetime sale? I think we should. We'll talk about it. Be here for forever. Another forever and ever sale. All right, thank you. A couple more. Joe, Jim, G-Zeros. Perfect. There we go. We're about to touch it. Just touched it perfectly. 546. Nice trade. Anyone still got a little of that on? Nice trade. All right. I'm going to make this riskless here, just meaning putting in a sell stop. I'm cancel that. And now buy pullbacks to. You guys know this trick right here, right? Watch. If you don't know this, watch it. All right. You right click in here, you put in OCO. You put in a sell stop and a sell limit. And now you have an ATM there, basically associated orders. So, and I'm not going to trail that at all. I'm just going to leave it there. So, Brad did a great recap video. You guys can check it out. I think it's just in Discord for members, but it was great watching the way he managed trades a little differently than I manage them in here. But that's the whole idea of what we do here, which is that trade management is a little bit of art, a little bit of science. The only thing that's science is your entries. Make those scientific and measurable. And then your trade management in terms of where you want to run some sell stops or how you want to. So I don't know if you saw that canceled the sell limit here. So now we're done. So let me just chirp and gloat a little bit, given the fact that there'll be days in which I'm red and I suck ass in front of you. But there you go. That's $176 across those Bullinox accounts right there. And then what's even better is the 166 on the first day of having these additional Top Step accounts. So there you go. Balance 50,168, and then I have a few that are a little bit ahead at 50,637. You put in the time, adopt this framework, and then adopt it, and then adapt. I would say inside of 3 to 6 months, everyone who applies themselves will be able to pass these things, turn them into ATMs, and quite literally print money, and do so in a way in which you're not stressed. Is it going to be a straight shot linear path for everybody? No. Will there be some of you folks that for reasons beyond my control, just seem to be incapable of hitting the close buttons on days where it's not working, or want to fight it, or want to trade too much size, or want to do it faster? Sure. But if you're just your first day here, I will commit to having these in front of, and by the way, I have a $100,000 combine here too, which is at 102,781. So the reoccurring theme here is slow and steady, low stress, properly managed risk for the account sizes. And then once you pass, yes, there's a little bit of tinge of realness that doesn't exist in the evaluations, but you will be able to take the same approach and ease into the next phase, which is growing your account up to the level required, depending on the firm, to take a payout, and then cash flow city, baby. Nice day. So look at Ocean Grown. Those screenshots mean a heck of a lot more than mine. Brad, nice day. Perfect. Brad, look at the balances on Brad's accounts that he's shared there. See the balances? You guys see a theme there? Let's give Brad a big thumbs up. Honestly, big golf clap. Put some gifts in there. Look at the balances. I think that first one you blew up before when you're just learning your shit, right? But look at that. 27,000. Those are cash flowing. See that?
Order filled.
All right, appreciate everybody. We're on to something here. We really are on to something here. It's a perfect confluence of events. If you haven't heard me say this before, you'll hear me say it a bunch of times. I ran kind of trading education things since basically 05, and for 14 or 15 years, everyone lost money. Honest, no one had success. I mean, I made money. I sold millions of dollars worth of training.
Order submitted.
I traded pretty well,
Order
but I was
filled.
I was properly capitalized. And then the micros came along. And then shortly after the micros, the prop programs came along. And now we have a new game that we can play. And it's really, it's changing everything. And what's unfortunate, and not for us, because we're in the select few here, is that 95% of the people that are at Apex and Top Step and other, they're just doing it wrong. They might have some short-term success and take some big payouts and maybe break even after all the money they spent on resets and everything, but they're taking this golden opportunity, which is to learn how to trade a small account properly, and then given this opportunity, because you can't do this. The reason this account exists for me to show over here is to show what's possible with the same method, but unfortunately, I can't have 5 accounts at Interactive Brokers with $5,000 in each of them and use a copier. Technically, I could, but it'd be such a pain in the ass to do that it wouldn't make sense. So at some point, you get off the money slopes. You have more and more money. You have $15,000 to $20,000 per mini, and you could scale it in a completely different way. But honestly, with these prop programs, if I didn't already have the funds that I have available to me and the skill that I have, I'd probably never get off prop. I don't know why you would. Have a couple, have 10 or so at Apex, have 10 or so at Bullinox, have 3 or 4 at Top Step, have a few at the others, and realistically, $5,000 to $25,000 a month eventually. I don't see how you wouldn't be able to do that. And I mean, with low stress, without risking or threatening those accounts. Is everyone maybe susceptible to flipping the bozo bit one day and losing a couple of them? Fine, just fund the next ones. All right, anyway, awesome work, Brad. Super solid. Any other questions today? Welcome to some of the new people on trial. Remember, make sure you go through all the stuff that's on that notes page. Brad spent a lot of time putting together. And by the way, Brad, when did you officially start with this group? 6 months ago? Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I can't remember. Because the most popular question all the time is, how long will it take me to make X per day? Or how long will it take, and I get that that's still the question, but let's go with how long it took Brad. August. So it's now February. So from August to February, at this point, you have someone who's putting up a screenshot that's showing several accounts above the required balance to take a payout. Right. Well, that's the point. Your mileage may vary. What I can tell you is that if you apply yourself for about a year, you can certainly learn how to stop losing. I want to make $2,000 a month. I need to make $500 a day. No. Let's say that if you really, really applied yourself and you had the worst habits in the world and you wanted to beat your head against the wall for as long as you could possibly do it, and you watched either the replays or you're in here like, man, maybe, I don't know, it's going to be hard for me to admit this, but maybe Rod's onto something. Maybe if I just kind of somewhat paid attention to what's happening here every single day, I could break those bad habits, leap through some wormholes so that I get a little bit of acceleration at times. It doesn't have to be a complete linear path when it comes to skill development. You put in all the time and effort, and then you have these leaps, these quantum leaps of breakthroughs that can happen, where it just all clicks and it makes sense, and you no longer have uncertainty and doubt about the levels, and you believe in the lines, and you can quickly look at the chart based on the stuff that we talk about. Where are we relative prior session? How much range do we had? What's the ATR? How fast is the car going? Anyway, good day, everybody. I do need some carbs. Todd T, nice day, brother. Look at that. That's a great day. Everybody's day looks like this. Ooh, I'm short the Dow again. I can't even pay attention. We're making so much money today. All right, I'm just going to close this and come over here and make sure I have I do have a lot of working orders, so let's cancel all these working orders. By the way, I like my thing set up like this. You guys know you can set it up so you can increase and decrease the position if you wanted in terms of the limit order. You can hit the cancel here. Since I have the replicator on, I just need to cancel
Order
them
filled.
over here. Just cancel the sim ones.
Order filled.
That'll cancel all. You can also just right click in positions in orders and say cancel all. But sometimes it chokes a little bit when I do that, so I'll just do it that way. There we go. Thanks again to Steve for providing this really good coupon for Bullinox. You guys, some people are asking about deals and discounts. Steve is always on top of it when it comes to what Bullinox is doing relative to some of the other firms. So just make sure that you are aware of what those price things are if you want to do that. Bullinox is rhythmic only, so just know that. But other than that, if you're a Ninja person, you should be okay. Do I use Replicanto? Absolutely. So it's right here. That's what we're using. So since I have this one Interactive Brokers account connected, I also have a Ninja account connected here. and then the rhythmic connection to the Bullinox. At any time, if I wanted, I could be copying what's going on in these prop programs over to my live and vice versa. I used to do that for a little while, but I felt like it was cheating a little bit because sometimes I would size up on the live account a little bit more and skew the numbers. But anyhow, yep, there's Replicanto. We dig it. And as I mentioned a couple times now today, in case you hadn't heard it, so far so good. Very simple, but very easy. I'm going to cancel this order right here. Very simple copier that they have over here. So this is the copier that's built into TopStep X. And what I like about it
Order
is
filled.
Order submitted.
Since it doesn't have any ratios or anything like that, it's pretty clean. You just say which accounts, you pick a lead account, and so far so good.
Order filled.
The one thing that I don't see how to do is since it's using a trading view kind of, well, it is using trading view. You can't have like a multi-select view where you can see the balance of all your accounts on one screen. At least I haven't been able to figure out how to do that. So that part is not great, because I think what you end up doing, especially if you were live, is you'd constantly come over here and just make sure that, you'd make sure that that all the account balances are the same. But anyway. Yeah, Bullinox, very cheap way to learn, which is great. And for those that not yet members, this is basically, other than the extreme turn indicator, Discord is the only thing that's not included in your trial. We keep this as our members area, and it's a massive, massive resource when you end up becoming a member, because, for instance, Steve will post right in here, so you'll always be up to date on the latest things for Bullinox. So another good reason to think about being a member is you got this whole Discord channel, which is going to continue to be a real great source of ongoing conversation. Look at the Dow right back up to the highs of the session. Speaking of moving up, moving on up, the NASI. I don't know, was it this guy that said I think we would get to VWAP or maybe above it, 617? Anyone still long the NASI? That's awesome. Awesome. All right, great session, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's hope that it recorded, because we've been having issues with the frickin' recordings. So last thing, picture and sound stayed pretty clean today, right? So you guys can all see it's not too fuzzy. I only shared the one screen. We're good. We were all good on, okay, good. Sound was good. We want to produce a quality product here. All right, good. Thanks, Brad. Stay green, trade like you mean it, everybody. Be good. Bye.
So I have to get out of here. Let's see here. I gotta run an errand. I got kid stuff I gotta go. Oh, whoops. I got kid stuff I gotta go deal with. So looks like I'm gonna take a time stop on this one. Where are we right now? We're up to 60-ish. So I'm gonna try to see real quick if I can get out at. Looks like it's at 45. I'm going to try to get out of this at 45. If I don't get filled right away, I'll go down to 40. Oh, jeez. That was quick. Okay, 45. So we got out of all those 5, 6, 7 at 45. So let's lock that in. 45. So today's a time stop. Today's kind of a weird day of a Three Stooges act to start off with, and then a time stop. So let me Let me fill out the Excel sheet real quick, and then I got to get out of here. Maybe there'll be another trade coming in later on today. When I come back, I'll check it out. Okay, so today is 2/20/24. Now the first one was that stupid 3 Stooges trade, and so I'm gonna wait for a second on that one. I don't remember what that was, but I'll have to figure it out. So the second trade was the one we just did, 224. This one was a win of 245. So we made 245 on that one. The total risk on this trade was 2940. 2940. 2940. And this trade took us about I would say 60, 70 minutes. 70 minutes. And this is a time stop. Okay. And then real quick, let's look at that first one. So to see what the first one was, I'm just going to load these back in. So the first one, we got this one right here. So I'm going to say analyze trade. And then we closed out of all of those at 60. So let's see what that is. So I just reloaded these trades that were made into the analyzer so I can see. So on this one we had a total risk of 3045. 3045. This was like 20 minutes. This was I'll say 3 Stooges act. 3 Stooges act. And then the profit was what? So we bought all these back. We bought 7 back at 60. So the total profit on this one was just a measly 35 bucks. So let's say 35 here. And so there's where we stand now. So that's it. I'm going to go run this errand. And then I'll be back like in 30 minutes to an hour. And then we'll see if there's we get another signal today. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. If you'd like to follow along with me on these trades, just make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel below. And also join me on my website. Go over there, sign up for my free email newsletter. And as soon as you sign up for that newsletter, you'll get a welcome email from me. Just reply back to that welcome email, and I'll get back to you, and we'll go from there. All right. So far, so good. Let's see if we can get another trade in today. Let's try to squeeze another one in, maybe. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.